Hey, welcome to the vlog. Today I'm working on an IKEA Sladda bike. According to IKEA, this is the bike you gotta get if you want to win those parking garage races. They also make great home decorations, so buy yourself some string, get yourself a couple of bikes, hang them up around the house. I mean, that's what Oscar originally designed them for, just to hang up around the house. Doesn't even actually ride a bike. But to be fair, Oscar designed a pretty unique bike with a belt drive instead of a chain, complete with disc brakes and an auto shifting hub. Unfortunately, the bike does require some assembly, so get your knife and give the box a poke. Now, this is a little tricky, but to remove the packaging, you're going to need to get your lighter, and then you're going to have to burn it very carefully. Also, be sure to have a cup of water on hand in case the fire gets a little out of control. Now that the packaging is off, you want to remove this plastic bit and then just throw it away. And then we'll start at the first page of the instructions, which will then lead us into putting on the kickstand. Next thing you'll want to do is take the seat and put it into the post and just kind of slide it on in. And then you'll want to tighten it up. Our next step is to put the front fender wheel on, so we're going to grab this little tool right here, remove this bolt, and once that is removed, then we can start positioning the front fender and get it bolted right in. Then you'll want to grab the IKEA wrench and then remove these two little bolts, which will then allow you to bolt the rest of the front fender in. Now you'll want to take a look at the front wheel. There's a little plastic part on the center of the hub that you're going to want to remove and throw away. Next thing you want to do is grab this little mechanism, remove this little plastic part right here, but keep it, and then remove the spring, and then you're going to want to flip your tire, and then you're going to put the rod through the hole. Once you've done that, you can then add the spring and the little plastic cap you removed, and that will basically complete the front tire release or front tire locking mechanism so it can lock onto the bike. Alright, now that the front tire is on, our next step is to adjust the handlebar stem. You're going to want to rotate it 180 degrees, and once you've got it front facing, you're going to want to take this tool and tighten both of these bolts so it stays in position. Now that the handlebar stem is adjusted correctly, you're going to want to grab this tool and loosen both of these bolts. This is going to allow us to put the handlebars on. Once the handlebars are on, you'll just want to put both of those bolts back in and then tighten them down properly. Now that the handlebar is on, you'll just want to adjust the handlebar to the correct height that will work best for you. So just loosen it, adjust the height, and then tighten it down. Now you can start with installing the left and right pedals. So grab it and then just start rotating it clockwise on. Once it's hand tightened on, you can then take the IKEA tool and tighten it on further. That's it, you're done. Unless you want to install some of the additional accessories like the bike rack or any of the lights. So let's start off with the bike rack and grabbing this tool. Essentially the bike rack is pretty much all done. You're just going to want to place it onto the bike and then take the tool and then tighten down these 4 points, that one and then this one, and then the 2 other points on the opposite side of the bicycle. To install the rear light onto the bike rack, All you got to do is take the rear light and you're going to have to remove the plastic portion that normally attaches on the bike frame. Once that's removed, you can then attach it onto the rear facing bike rack and then tighten it on with a screwdriver. Then for the front light, you'll just want to unloosen this portion until you can unsnap it, and then you're going to snap it onto the front portion of the handlebars, and then once it's snapped on, you can tighten it on. Next, you'll just want to grab a little bicycle pump a little air into the front and rear tires, and then you'll be off to the garage races and the art gallery installations. And it's just that simple to assemble the IKEA Sladda bike. If you found my video entertaining or helpful, send me a like or a comment or subscribe.